Otacook. And we're just gonna get it right out of the way. I'm gonna be honest with you all. This is gonna be the final episode of Otacook as you know it. Now, I've had a ton of fun doing Otacook. I've had a ton of fun, doing this when I dreamed of my YouTube channel. This was something that I really wanted to do, but I can tell from the views on my videos that not everybody that watches my content is here for the Otacooks, and I'm just not reaching that sort of audience here on this channel. It's very important when you're doing YouTube to sort of have consistency in the kind of content that you make. And me doing, these cooking videos and reviews and other stuff, it just isn't really helping with my growth. So as much as I would like to, talk about anime figures and talk about anime and also do the cooking videos here, it's just not good for the channel and the growth of the channel. That being said, I don't want to abandon Otacooks entirely. I have 3 different options as to what I can do. Option 1 is I just stop doing this entirely, right? Which I don't want to do. And then option 2 is move Otacook to a second channel, which if I do that option, it's gonna be in a long time from now because I would want to do it once a week, and I don't think I have the capacity to do 1 a week videos on this channel and then do 1 a week videos on a second channel. But doing Otacook on another channel could open up the possibility of me cooking other dishes on that channel and just being able to focus on cooking on that other channel. So there's that option. And then option 3 is I could turn Otacook into shorts content. I don't really have shorts content on this channel. I would like to do shorts content, and I think that Otacook could be a good idea. Just cook a Food Wars dish, make it really short, make it a minute, throw it on there, there we go. Obviously, it would be a lot different than the long form videos that I put out now, but I think that it is a good idea. And again, if we do that option, it's gonna be some time before I can get figured out how I want to edit them and how I want to structure those videos. So this will be the big finale as Otacook on this channel as you know it, with these long form sort of videos. And obviously the old Otacooks are gonna stay up on the channel. They're not going anywhere. And I also want to say thank you to everybody who has watched the Otacooks. Thank you to the people in the comments. I know there are people that do like these videos. I see you, I know you, I appreciate you, and I hope you will continue to watch my content and hope to support me as I pursue my dream of being a YouTuber. Because I'm very fortunate that things are looking up for me and things are going really well. I just think if I hone in, it's going to be even better. And with that out of the way, we can finally get into the meat of the episode, and that is the dish we are making, which is my favorite girl, Megumi's triple variety rice balls. Now, this dish is very forgettable. It happens right after the big shokugeki of Ikumi versus Soma, and it happens right before the training camp from hell. So it's in this weird kind of nebulous area of a big thing that happened and then other big thing that happened and then Megumi made some rice balls. That's cool. The recipe for the triple variety rice balls is in the back of the manga, but the recipe in the manga isn't that great. Like, for the chicken rice ball, it has you microwaving the chicken, which, no. And then the kombu and cheese one, it's like, it says to use processed cheese spread, which, okay. And then it has you dice the cheese spread. Does the manga know what a cheese spread is? You can't dice that. So the recipe's in the manga, a little bit convoluted, so I went to YouTube and I found this video by Alex Espresso, which I will be linking in the description, and it's a really good video. I highly recommend it, and definitely check out his channel and subscribe. He does stuff on Genshin Impact, where he makes the Genshin Impact food, so definitely some fun content over there. But with that out of the way, we gotta get some rice cooking. We have 3 different onigiris with 3 different fillings. One is pork and miso, one is chicken and green onion, and another is kombu and cheese. Now I've already got the rice washed and ready to go. We're gonna have that cook, and then we're gonna cool it off for when we form the onigiris. When the rice is too warm, it's not fun. But I have a pot of water boiling so that we can boil our chicken for our chicken onigiri. Now when it comes to the pork, the recipe calls for pork belly, but I grabbed bacon because pork belly and bacon, they come from the same cut of the animal anyway. But I made sure to grab the thickest cut bacon I could find. And I did a lot of prep on it last night, actually. I diced up the bacon and I mixed it together with 50 grams of miso, 2 tablespoons of honey, 1 clove of garlic grated, 1 tablespoon of sake, and I believe that was it. If I'm missing anything, you'll see it in post, and you'll see it in the B-roll. And then I mix it all together, and then I put it in a bowl, and it is now marinated in the fridge, and I let that go overnight. And all we have to do with that is just cook it off. So the main thing that we're going to be showing on camera is the chicken onigiri and the kombu and cheese onigiri, which the kombu and cheese onigiri is literally just mixing the kombu, which I have over here, mixing the kombu with some cheese. Now, it wasn't really clear what cheese I should be using. I grabbed some shredded mozzarella, which is what Alex Espresso used in his video. So I'm sure it'll all work out. But yeah, so we're just waiting for water to boil, and then after our water is boiled, we're going to put our chicken in, and then we're going to let it cook for 8 to 10 minutes, and then let it cool off, and then we'll form the rest of our filling. So we'll probably be back when the chicken is cooked. Alright, so we have our chicken done. It has been shredded up into some pieces here. And now we're going to add in some grated ginger. I'm not really going to measure this. It's supposed to be a teaspoon, but I figured we'd just go with what I have here. There, that looks about right. Get it all out of there. 1 tablespoon of sugar. 1 tablespoon of our sake here. This is the same sake that I have been using for all the other Otacooks since episode 1, actually. Oh, that was a little bit too much sake, but it's fine. And then last is our chicken powder, which you'll remember from the pepper grilled sear, the Ishiki episode. I'm only going to use a half teaspoon of this because I don't want this to be too strong. Then we're going to mix everything up. And then we're going to go back over to our stove and we're going to get this heated up along with our pork filling. Alright, so we are ready to start cooking our fillings. Here we have our pork filling. There it is. It's stuck in there. Here we have our pork filling. We will add into our pan here. This pan is nice and hot. There we go. It off of that spoon. Alright, there we go. That's going to go. And then we will add our chicken over into this pan. I'm just cooking them at the same time just so that it's a little bit easier, more efficient. Okay, there we go. So it's just going to be a few minutes for each of the fillings here. They're both already, actually the bacon isn't cooked, but the chicken's already cooked, so we just want to warm it up, get some of the sake cooked out of it. And then the bacon, we are actually wanting to cook that. And then the rice is also done. And then after these 2 fillings are cooked, we're going to mix up our kombu and our cheese. Super excited for that one. And then we will also be forming our onigiri. So we're just gonna let these two things ride, and we're almost done with this. This hasn't been too long or too difficult. So yeah, glad that the last episode of Otacook could be a pretty easy one for us. And I have practiced my onigiri making skills from the Chazuke episode, so the onigiris are probably gonna look pretty good, but no promises there. So we'll test that out when we come back. All right, so we are just about ready for assembly. We still have a filling to make, and then we also have to finish our chicken filling. I almost forgot. So we want to take some green onions that I diced up, and then we are also going to need a tablespoon of toasted sesame oil. Get a tablespoon here. There we go. And then I am going to need a spoon to mix this up. Need a couple spoons, actually. Need one for this filling, I need one for this filling that we're going to make, and then I need one for this filling. So we'll just mix that up there. Now I definitely made too much of each filling, but that's going to be a-okay. I got leftovers. I could make more onigiri, or I could figure out how to repurpose some of these. Alright, so there's those fillings. Now we have to address the kombu and the cheese. I also need toasted sesame oil for this. So now we can deal with our kombu filling. So I grabbed kombu flakes. It should have been shredded kombu, but I think it should be just fine. So we're going to add in our kombu there. Now I'm going to only make half of the recipe because I do not anticipate myself enjoying this. But hey, you never know. And then we need I should probably use a half tablespoon if I'm only using half of the kombu. I think that would make sense. Half of this. That in there. Then I don't need this anymore, put that in the sink. And then we will add L cheese. Just sprinkle some of that in there. Honestly, this is probably going to be more cheese than kombu at this point, but I am not complaining about that. Give it a nice schmix up. Then, there we go. We have our 3 fillings complete. Now we have to grab our rice, and then we will get on with assembly. I'm also going to clean up a little bit too. Alright, so we are going to just cut up this nori strip into some pieces because I'm going to need that for the outside of the onigiri. Just get that cut up here. Then we will start on forming. So start with wetting our hands. Now, like I said, I have been practicing this a little bit. I kind of did a practice, I made a little bit of a mess. I did a little practice onigiri a couple days ago, just in preparation for this video. So what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to get a lot of rice here. The rice is still hot, but that's going to be just fine. So we're going to go in with our hands here, and we're just going to form a ball with this nice hot rice. I'm telling you, I tried to cool this rice down. It did not work. So this is going to be a little uncomfy. It's fine. It's really hot. It's really hot. And every time I dump my hands in the water, I make a mess. It's fine. It's just water. So we're going to continue to pack this in with this hot rice. So I want it to be nice and compact. I think that's going to work for me. And then keep it in my left hand. Make sure that I can show this on camera. Make a little pocket there. And then we'll go in with the chicken filling. Get a bit of filling in there. Spill half of it onto the thing. Get that green onion in there. And then we're going to try to get it packed in there. Back over to the camera. want to try to get that nice shape going. It's not quite working as I would want it to, but I mean, it's going, it's going. Yeah, the shape is not there. But for a first attempt at the night, I say that's okay. We're gonna take a little nori strip there, or yeah, this is nori. Take the nori strip. It didn't quite reach all the way around, but that's okay. And we're going to take it, and we're going to stand it up right over there, just off camera, and we're going to pray that it holds for the B-roll. And then we are going to repeat. That is not going to stay. It's fine. I'm just making a mess with that water, aren't I? I think the rice has cooled down a little bit more too. So we're going to go over here. It totally hasn't. I can see the steam. It's fine. So we're going to mash it around, mash it around, mash it around. Now, I semi-forgot about the tops of the onigiris. The chicken one is supposed to have, I believe it is green onion, and then the shredded kombu, I believe, has toasted sesame seeds on top. And I just neglected to cut up green onion for the top of the one, and I'm not going to bother getting out the sesame seeds. So the onigiris shall remain plain on the top. Going in with the bacon filling next, if I can get the spoonful of it. There we go. Get a little bit more of the bacon filling this time. Pack it in there, pack it in there. Oh, there we go. We'll take some of it away. And then we just want to go back over it. Whoa. Pile some of this rice on top there. Try to get it to stick a little bit. I think that's don't speak too soon. That's okay. I made a mess of my nori sheets. And the nori is falling off of the one onigiri that I have. Great. This is not going to be a very pretty Otacook. The B-roll is not going to be great. I might not even do B-roll. We'll see. I have a mess. So much for not having a mess counter on this episode. I was really hoping that we would be able to avoid a mess counter, but it looks like I gotta put some mess counters on there. So we're gonna make our third little rice ball here, and this is gonna get filled with the kombu and cheese. I didn't wet my hands, and I can tell that I didn't because it's all sticking to me. It's fine. It's A-okay. I hope you guys are enjoying the final episode of Otacook. I hope you guys are enjoying the final episode of Otacook. This one's getting away from me a little bit. And yeah, I don't know, it's a little upsetting that I'm not able to do this anymore. But also, I was gonna make this video like a little bit ago. I'm grabbing some more rice. I was gonna make this video like a week ago, and I just wasn't feeling like making it. So I am also too kind of, wearing down on the Otacooks. You can probably tell because of how just kind of not as into this I am at the moment. This also might not make it into the video. Wet my hands right there, get this all done. The pork onigiri is starting to hold up a little bit better. Respect for all the Japanese moms out there who probably do this all the time, way more than I do. Geez, if the onigiri don't look good, I don't know what I'm going to do about the thumbnail. I'll figure it out. Alright, so now we'll fill with the final filling, the cheese and a kombu. Get it in there. Yeah, we'll probably pack this in because I don't know if you're going to be able to taste it as is. So we're just going to Pack it in there. Form it. My hand a little bit there. This one's kind of holding up a little bit better. Stick the nori, that's going to be too small, onto it. And there we go. See, I got better as it continued. So we're going to stick that right over there. And then I remember which one is which. And I'm going to clean my hands up. And then when we come back, we will get the final verdict. And then we will get the last chapter breakdown. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. I am a mess. Alright, so we are here with the rice balls. Two of them look pretty good. One of them looks a little sad. So we're gonna try. Let's try the chicken one first because it's the one that I don't want to look at the most. So we will make it go away. Alright, so I'm gonna take the plate with me so I don't make a big old mess. Alright, let's try it. Alright. I got a little bit of the chicken there. The chicken has this sweetness because of the sugar that we put in. And I can taste the green onion, and I can taste the toasted sesame oil. I wish I put more filling in. It's a lot of rice, it's a lot of the nori. But, yeah, I think the chicken turned out pretty good. I'm going to switch hands here, because I'm better with my right hand. So we're going to go with the pork next. So, it's kind of falling apart on me, but we'll see. Oh, yeah. Oh. The fattiness of the bacon is really good. And then it like caramelized itself with the fat and like everything. I put sake in it. I think sake might have sugar in it too. So that might have also helped with the flavor. And then the miso, I can't really taste the miso too much, but it definitely tastes good. That one is definitely my favorite so far. And then of course, we have the final onigiri, which is the one that I'm the most scared of, and also the one that turned out the best looking. So, enough stalling. Itadakimasu. Nope. Yeah, I don't know how much of that you just saw, but that was not good. That was kind of a visceral reaction from me. Yeah. Like I said, I was worried about the combo. And maybe part of that might have been the cheese as well. Especially after the richness of the pork and everything. That was just not to my standards at all. Definitely the pork is the best, and then the chicken was also pretty good. Don't really recommend the combo of the cheese though. Alright, so I'm going to take care of this, deal with that, and then when we get back, we will do the final chapter breakdown and maybe some more appreciation from me to you guys. Alright, so in this chapter is the lead up to the training camp from Hell. Not a lot happens in this chapter. We see all the members of Polar Star Dormitory doing the things that they enjoy doing, with Shun doing his smoking, Ryoko doing her fermenting, Yuki dealing with all the game animals that she keeps on the property. It really shows like this farm-to-table aspect that I think is really neat for Food Wars to show to the audience. It's part of cooking that can oftentimes be overlooked, like where the ingredients come from and how they come to be. So I really think that it was clever to include that into the show. And yeah, that's pretty much about it for the chapter, and also, sadly, that's it for Otacook as we know it right now. I really appreciate all of you guys watching. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks for watching all of my previous Otacooks, and thanks for watching my videos just in general. And please stick around because I will be making a lot more videos. I have a lot planned. Next year is going to be great for me, and I just keep getting better at this. So, for the last time, you're welcome.